right, well, welcome to Stay Golden here live at the Hope Podcast Studio at Lemoore College. I'm James Preston, the president here at the LC, and today we have a very special episode that we're calling Putting the Community Back in Community College. So I'm being joined by three guests today. To my left, I have Patty Diaz, owner of Patty's Dance Studio. To my left, I have Edgar Fuga, also known as Gabby, from Gabby's Kitchen. And to my right, I have Gabby Rodriguez, Executive Director for King's Partnership for Prevention. So welcome, everybody. Really excited to have you here to spend 20, 25 minutes talking about how we work together for Kings County as a community. So today I've decided we're going to call our opening speed round the opening flight, like in honor of like Golden Eagles flying. You have some former Golden Eagles in the house today. Yes, so the opening flight. So the first question I have for each of you, and Patty, we'll start with you. What's your background and connection to Kings County and also to Lemoore College?
Awesome. Yes. Well, Mr. Preston, thank you for having me. I'm really blessed and honored to share. So my connection to Kings County, I own Patty's Dance Studio and also the founder of PS Traveling Dance Company, both dance organizations in Hanford. And I've been teaching dance since I was 14 years old. Wow. Volunteer and just really with the mission of giving back to our community. And that's what we instill in both programs. And so to me, I've done lots of community work and lots of volunteer work within the Kings County, servicing the youth and adults. And my connection to Lemoore College, to West Hills, is I myself am a Golden Eagle. I graduated in 2007. And I love this college. It's a wonderful experience, and I'm so blessed that I was able to be a part of this West Hills and just what it did for me and helping me grow and become who I am and the leader I am in this community.
That's awesome. So Golden Eagle alumni flying from the nest, and then now we've got Patty's Studio downtown and doing their thing. Got a quick introduction, your connection to Lemoore College.
My connection to Lemoore College is I run Gabby's Kitchen with my brothers right here in the student union. Also, my sister graduated from here. I don't know what year, and I don't want to say that because I don't want to make her feel.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. But that's my connections.
That's awesome. And then Gabby, we were talking earlier, so not originally from the Valley, from the 559, but you're here now.
No,
and you're doing great things.
So originally from 323, from Los Angeles. California. And so I actually moved here about 8 years ago. One of the biggest things that I wanted, I was hitting my late 20s, and it was just I want to get to a smaller community, somewhere where I know I can make a difference and I can see that difference. LA is too big for that. So what I decided to do is I decided to come visit my brother and my sister-in-law a couple of times, and then I just fell in love. I actually live in Tulare, but I am all Kings County. I've been wanting to relocate. So I started working with Champions Recovery in their day reporting center in Samuel's House, substance use disorders. And then I saw an opening at King's Partnership about 3 years ago, and it just really aligned with my values. So I decided to jump ship and lead that team. And then we have been Lemoore College partners for about, 2 years now? But we've been doing a lot of outreach and events here on suicide prevention and mental health for the students. So
that's awesome. Yeah, we've hosted a number of different events, and you do an amazing job. We're going to get into that a little bit more. I believe this year we're officially a silver partner.
Yes.
I like to say we're a golden silver partner because we're Golden Eagles, but I think technically we're a silver partner. So yeah, so coming out of COVID, I think one of the things that we realized was just how important it is to support our students outside of the classroom. And we continue to thrive here at Lemoore College with incredible teaching and learning, incredible faculty. It's something we've done really well for a long time. But I think COVID really shone a spotlight on basic needs of our students and some of the challenges and some of the struggles. And it helped us to really better understand our community. And so when we came back from COVID, for us, we kind of framed this concept of putting the community back in the community college, which means a couple of things. It really got driven out of our Hope Initiative is where that came from. And we just got back from a week at Achieving the Dream in Philadelphia, and they have a community vibrancy framework that really talks about the beginning of education relies on the community to recognize the importance of education and drive students to education, in this case in Kings County, Lemoore College. but it's also the responsibility of the college, once students have completed their degrees or their credentials or their industry certifications, to then support the community by getting them back out in the community to do what they do. So there's that, and then really the wraparound support. It's the things we were talking about. We realized very early, very early that we already have partners that are doing a lot of this work, right? That it's not our core work is education, but we need to be thinking about this community vibrancy framework. So when I first found out about King's Partnership, it was awesome because we were talking about what can we do for mental health, what can we do for suicide awareness, what can we do for health and nutrition, and everywhere we looked, there were people doing that in the community. So it's been really, really exciting to see that. So Gabby, talk to us a little bit more about the work that King's Partnership does. What's the mission? Who do you serve? And how can people get engaged?
Yeah, so my first thing is King's Partnership is definitely a unique organization. I have been looking for something that mirrors us for a very long time, and I have not. So King's Partnership's mission is to enhance the quality of life in Kings County, and we are doing that by a multitude of initiatives that we have. We understand that we think about the person's well-being. It has to do with financial stability. It has to do with mental health, physical health. So we have, like I said, a multitude of initiatives. Some of them are the Mental Health Task Force that works on breaking the stigma on really mental illnesses in the community. Some ways that we're doing that is by providing workshops to community partners, service providers, and community members on what that looks like, what you can do to break the stigma. And then we have our suicide prevention coalition that kind of goes under that, and we're trying to really engage the community on what to look for when it's youth, what to look like if it's a family member. And some ways that we're doing that is with mental health first aid trainings that we're starting in the community as of May of 2025. And then we have the substance use response group that also is trying to break the stigma on what that looks like in our community, providing youth with harm reduction trainings and what to do if, sadly something happens if a friend is using. Another one that we have is our Healthy Eating Active Living, where we collaborate with Patty all the time on physical wellness. We've used her studio for yoga and sound healing, and really working on nutrition and understanding that culturally what's healthy for my culture might not be for someone else's. So we're really trying to look at that well-being. And we do have 3 prevention programs. One of them, Rise Above, that works with youth substance use prevention, and we do a lot of monthly activities in the art in the King's Art Center, where we provide them just topics. It can be on a multitude of areas, and then we do have them do fun activities. So they just did a chocolate making activity that I was so sad I did not attend. Another one is our Thriving Minds program that works on wellness workshops in the community, and they're also targeting a lot of the school districts, a lot of the community, just bringing all the different holistic approaches. For me, it might be, sitting, meditating. For Patty, it might be dancing. So we really try to incorporate. And lastly, it's the Child Abuse Prevention Coordinating Council grant that we have through Human Services Agency. And that one's for child abuse prevention. We do the tours for them, the Lisa Project tours. That is a multisensory exhibit where the individual goes and sees through the lenses of a child, and you go through different types of abuses. And at the end, you really just speak to the individual, see what they found, and it's really to bring that awareness to the community. So definitely a multitude of prevention programs and initiatives at KPFP. And some ways that the really the community can engage with us is volunteer with us through the Lisa Project. We also have our Community Connections podcast on Buzzsprouts, so definitely go take a look at it. And then honestly, just partner with us. We are trying to look for different partners, specifically businesses, because organizations can do so much, but you need the entire community really working on the same missions. And who does not want to enhance the quality of life in their community?
I love it. And King's Partnership, is everywhere all the time. I will tell you that. Everywhere we
Yes.
go, you're there, your different prevention programs. I love what you started with, just your emphasis on mental health, because we just don't have the conversation very often. We talk about physical health and nutrition all the time, but we don't talk about our mental health very often. And I think just normalizing those conversations is so important. And then to be able to provide specific support. I know at the college, we have our DRAW program. We have a couple of clinicians on campus now for specific populations. And it just makes a world of difference, because the more that you talk about it and normalize it and acknowledge it, right? I mean, it's absolutely huge. So, Gabby, thank you for sharing. So you did mention, Patty, like in terms of like the physical health side of things and health and nutrition and dance and activity, the really cool combination of Kings County folks we have here. We got to meet Patty, or kind of get reintroduced to Patty at one of your award ceremonies a couple years ago. The college got an award for our food pantry and for the Hope Initiative, and Patty was getting awarded for a business of the year, I believe it was, one of those awards. And you gave up and gave a speech that all of us just like sat up and paid attention. We're like, we got to make this connection with our community, and it seems like you'd be a great person to do it. So tell us a little bit about Patty's Dance Studio and other things that you do within the community.
Yeah, well, again, I'm so excited to always share about Patty Studio and our passion and desire to help the youth within our community. And with that, a blessing, King's Partnership gave us the award of the greatest contribution to youth development. So we're really honored to be able to have received that honorable award through King's Partnership, because really our hearts are in helping the youth. And with both of our organizations, PS Traveling Dance Company and Patty Studio, the mission is to use dance as a tool, but this resource of coming to take a dance class is beyond what they're getting in our programming. So our families, our students, they learn that they have a God-given talent, that they're meant to use their dance talent, their performing arts talent, whatever it be, whatever class they're taking, singing or voice lessons. We have our piano courses now, our fitness programs for adults and students, and everybody in the studio knows that they have a God-given talent, and the purpose behind it is to go and share this talent with performances in the community, but everything is always followed with the idea of giving back. And how do we give back to our community? We do charity acts. So whatever partnering organization we're working with, we ask them, hey, what is it that your organization is in need of, and how could we support that so that we can grow both organizations together, and in the process develop our youth, hence the Youth Development Award, to know what it means to be in a community, to be able to give back and to share a beautiful act of love and joy. So an example of that is actually what we did with King's Partnership in November. Every November, we've been being a part of their Thanksgiving dinner for the teen moms. And with all the donations that we put together, we were able to get about 64 packages. Each package had baby wipes, bottles, cute little baby clothing, diapers, miscellaneous mom items. And so our students at the studio collect these items. We put this drive together, and then we went and we're actually performing for the event. So the idea in this event is being able to share our love of performance, our joy of Jesus, and share that love on stage as entertainment for their Thanksgiving dinner. But then our students themselves at the end distributed these bags to these teen moms, to these families, and said, okay, this is our gift of love. This is our gift of kindness. And we're being able to engage in the community. We're being able to express the 4 pillars that Patty Studio represents. So pillar number 1 is we're a Christ-centered environment. Number 2, we are a friendly, family, welcoming environment. We love to love on people, right? Especially just share that love with our youth and allow them to know what it means to love others and serve others. Number 3 is we're a performing arts center. We just transferred over to have now incorporating music and voice lessons and theater. We're excited to continue bringing more and more programming. And then our final program is community-driven. We love to be involved in the community. One of the things that we've done with West Hills, too, we were a part of the Dreamers Act event in October. We came here on campus, we performed, and then what really sets us apart is we don't just come and do a performance. We're all about engagement. We're all about community.
We all dance that day. We all
Yes.
dance that day. Yes.
And it's a lot of fun to get our people involved and just get everybody to be united. And so for us, we invite you on the stage with us. We make you the spotlight, have everyone have their moment. But the mission behind that is just really sharing unity and joy through bringing everybody in a community. And we've also done the Golden Eagles Days here. We did that dance workshop with the teachers on campus. We've done many, many events where it's all about giving back to the community. How do we give back and share that and teach that to our students?
Yeah, we've had some experiences here at Lemoore College with Patty's dance studio. And people remember it. Some of them are very excited about it. Some were like, Mr. Preston, I don't want to do that again. I'm like, well, at least you did it, and it was good. So yeah, on Eagle Days we learned a little like break dance and stuff. And during our undocumented student action week, we learned some. What dances did we learn that day? We had a couple that we learned.
That was el baile del huitlacoche.
Yes,
so
that
it's
one.
a
Yes,
very
yes,
traditional
yes.
Mexican dance.
Yes, I was getting down, Gotti.
I
was getting down. So, Patty, thank you for sharing the pillars too. That's wonderful. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk about Gotti's Kitchen. So again, kind of hope is the theme here, and community is the theme, and it's kind of connected all of us. But the first time we met, you and your brothers and Crystal, was when you all came out for an evening of hope that we did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And you're out here serving like just amazing food. And at the time, we were looking for a new vendor for our student union. And you all put your application in, and the rest we say is history.
Yeah.
But talk to us how did Gotti's Kitchen even get started?
Well, it got started with me and my mom actually. So we used to sell tamales out of our house. It was like August of 2020, and I was craving tamales, and I was like, I bet you people in August crave tamales, you know. So we decided to start selling them. They did really good, and then my brother Angel, my oldest brother, he actually got laid off in his job in 2020 November, around that time.
Yeah, right in the middle of COVID.
Yeah, right in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, you think it'd be a good idea to sell like bacon wrap hot dogs? And I was like, bacon wrap hot dogs? Like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, we just pop up right there in front of my house in the garage. And I'm like, all right. Started in January 2021 doing that. People were like, hey, you guys gonna do other food? So we're like, all right, tacos. You know, everybody loves tacos. Started doing that, and it got really big. And I actually want to give a shout out to Noe Garcia, because he worked for the Sentinel at the time.
Yeah.
He did a story on us. He was like, hey, everybody's telling me I need to try your guys' food. And I was like, all right. And then he tried our food. He's like, would it be okay if I did a story on you guys? And we knew putting a story out there, we're not, the health department's going to shut us down right away. But we knew it. We figured it would be a good exposure, though. But no, doing that, we knew that we had to be serious about it, going forward. So he wrote a story. He loved the food, so he wrote a story. And yeah, literally like 2 days later, we got a call from the health department like, hey, you guys can't be selling food out of your garage. And we just talked to them, had a conversation, like, what's the easiest way to do this? And it was getting a catering license and starting a catering business. And yeah, we've been doing pop-ups since 2021. We've done pop-ups for you. We've catered for you guys. Actually, I have a connection with you with Maryland. Yeah. Another vendor friend, sorry.
Yeah. No, good.
But yeah, that's how kind of we got started. And then 2022, Zara gave us a call, see if we would be willing to do an evening of hope. And she said that we come highly recommended, so I was a little scared.
We did, and it's been fun. We got three brothers.
Yes.
Three brothers. So yourself, Angel,
and my brother Wilo. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys. One of my dreams is to become the fourth Gotti.
You're halfway there.
I'm halfway there. I gotta grow it out.
You just gotta go to the beer.
Gotta grow it out a little bit, but I see the branding on the shirt, and I'm like, someday I'm gonna get there, and it's gonna be good. So
you're an honorary member.
I know you told me that. I got very excited. And I did serve hot dogs at the president's
couple times.
So I was like an honorary member of Gotti's for the day. That was one of my highlights each year when we do that, when we welcome our students back. So good. So yeah, no, it's been amazing to work with the Fuga family, like your whole family, and Crystal has been amazing too. And now you're in the student union. You're open Monday through Friday
Yes.
from 8 a.m. to like
To
6.
8 a.m. to 7 on Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Fridays 8 to 5.
And I always try to plug. I always say,
Yeah.
"Got Gotties, we do." That's like our little tagline for Gotties.
He came up
Kitchen.
with that, I
did come
swear.
up with that. But yeah, we're always trying to promote the fact that it's open, so our students love it, right? And throughout the day, it's really changed the atmosphere on campus, and to have food available. All of our events that we do, we have catering right on site. But it's also open to the community. So we want to encourage people to come to Lemoore College and grab some breakfast, lunch, or dinner at Gotti's Kitchen that's in the Student Union. So talk to me a little bit, Gotti, just about what has the journey been like since you've become Gotti's Kitchen at Lemoore College?
Well, it was a big difference. You know, we were just used to pop-ups and doing daily sales kind of thing. None of us had a background in a restaurant at all. So it was like, one day you're just doing a pop-up for Thursday night market. The next year you have to set up to sell for the whole week, you know? So it was a big learning curve. The first year, it was actually, the past 2 years have just been up, down, but in a good way. You know, it's a dream we've all wanted. So it's just kind of like, you got to learn to put in the work, and that's what we're doing right now. And Preston knows that it's been like a little bit of a rocky start, but not in a bad way. It's more of like just learning.
Yeah, I think that's true of any business, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Patty, you can probably speak to that as a business owner. Like it's a vision, and you know you want to do it, and it's a passion, but it's all the other stuff.
Yep.
You know, on the outside looking in,
Yeah.
you know, people don't see that.
Yeah.
They just see
definitely.
your product, and they see what you put out, and they see, you know, the work that you do with your organizations, but it's all the behind the scenes stuff that's complicated and
Yeah.
challenging.
Yeah.
But we talk about a lot, especially in the Stay Golden podcast, about innovative excellence and inclusive excellence. And it's what I love about all three of your organizations is that you're all doing that at a very, very high level. It's just super impressive. I would say what you have brought to our campus, you and your family have brought to our campus, is a sense of community. So pre-Gotti's Kitchen, in the student union, you would not see a lot of students gathering and hanging out. Our staff oftentimes would not go get food there. They would go off campus, they would bring their own lunches, and what it's done is it's brought us together as a community on campus. And
Nice.
I remember talking with one of our financial aid technicians, it was about a year ago, but she told me, she said, "Mr. Preston, it's so great to see people on campus that I just haven't seen in a couple of years." And in my head, I was like, well, that's because of COVID and we were gone. And she said, no. She said, it's because oftentimes I would just eat in the lunchroom, or I'd go into town because I just didn't have a place to land and eat. And she's like, now every day it's kind of fun to get in there and see who I'm going to talk with today and connect. So you've really we're trying to put the community in community college, but you've helped us continue and build a greater sense of community at our college. So shout out to Gotti's Kitchen. Got Gotti's, we do. Let me look, where's the camera? It's a quick commercial for Gotti's Kitchen right there. Yeah, got Gotti's, we do. Right there. Okay.
All right, clip that. No.
Clip that. So, closing flight to wrap things up today. 2030, right? 5 years from now, all of you are visionaries because you're ending up in the positions that you are now, and you're doing amazing things with your organizations. But for your businesses and for Kings County as a community, what's your vision for 2030? Who wants to run at that one first?
I can start.
Okay, Gabby.
So 2030, I've been thinking about 2030 for a while now, not only because I turned the 4-0, but because, I had to just put that in there. Anyways, so one of the biggest things that we want to do is really expand. Currently, we are a mighty team of 6, 5 of us here in the Central Valley, 1 of us in New York. Hello, Karina. No, and what we want to do is really expand our team. So I'm thinking about like 20 employees that can really help us really build on our mission. I think for the last 3 years, we've been just building up, and it's been, like you said, we don't look at, what's happening in the background. And so it's been really tough as a team of 6. We're everywhere, but then you get back to like 100 emails sometimes and you're like, wow, I was just at my laptop. So we really just want to expand our work, really see where, we can go and strengthen our prevention programs and our initiatives. And like I said, just bringing the business community in to the organization, because we know that, individuals that, work in businesses suffer from, mental health sometimes. Maybe they're stressed, and just, helping those business owners, which this is like what you can see, like maybe someone can be absent, maybe they're in a bad mood, and this is what you can do to help them and really work on that, like, well-being for everyone in the county. And just, with more partners, we'll be stronger, and hopefully our mission will just continue to expand and help the community overall.
And at the end of this episode, we'll put up on there contact information for all of you. But yeah, with King's Partnership, always looking for volunteers, always looking for if people are interested in funding, supporting, all of those kind of things. We want to encourage you to do that, because you hear the great work that you are doing now and that you have the vision for going forward. It feels like you have a team of 20 because you guys are everywhere. But I know because you have an incredible team of 6. But yeah, it does. It takes people and resources to grow it. So I love that vision. I love it. Not only for your organization, but for our county. So Patty, same question for you. 2030 vision. What does Patty's studio, traveling studio, what does it all look like in 2030?
Yes, so definitely for us, it's really honing down on the connection that we have with the 2 organizations that I'm founder of. Really building that strong correlation of the 2 missions. Also, I'm dreaming that our property where we're at currently in downtown is going to flourish completely to a full-blown performing arts center. So if there's any music teachers out there, we're looking for teachers.
There you go.
We really want to turn it into a huge performing arts center. That's probably the biggest vision I'm striving for. We want to be able to offer all styles and, creative writing, filming, music, voice recordings, production, producing music, and just everything in the arts related, right? We really want to make our building a youth community center. And with the resources that, God willing, we'll be able to be receiving granting and maybe donations or sponsors, in the correlation of the 2, the nonprofit and the for-profit, being able to offer some of these classes either at a really low cost for students that can't afford it, and just really be able to make it an inclusive program that it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in, you're able to afford our programming. And we just really want to blow up the idea that Patty's Studio is about community, and we're really here to service and be of service to our communities, and one day take it to third world countries and really be able to do some mission work too.
That's fantastic, Patty. Thank you for that beautiful vision for 2030. Yeah, it's just awesome. Gotti, 2030, Gotti's Kitchen, what does it look like?
I honestly still I talked with my brothers about this, and I think we're hoping that we're still here with the college, to be honest with you.
Me too.
But outside of that, we do want to grow with like maybe a food truck. That's, I think, the next thing that we're like really pushing for.
Good.
And then maybe a location in Hanford, where we grew up at.
Yeah.
But for sure, the plan is to try to be here. We love it here.
Let's do it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's on camera. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's growth, and I think that's kind of all our plans. And even with the college, I can see how much it's growing, so I'm excited.
Things are growing.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. I think I just want to tell all of you, so, I've been working at Lemoore College for 24 years, which is a really long time. Some of our camera people were not alive at that point because I learned their ages today. So, but it's my wife and I just moved to Kings County like a year, 3 months ago, and I've always done the commute from Fresno. Always been in the 559 and very much Central Valley connected, but it's just been amazing to see all that Kings County has to offer and the support that the community has for each other. And I know that our college has always done that, but it's just exciting to really think about taking that to a new level and putting that community back in community college. So thank you all for all that you do in Kings County and for our community. I'm just grateful to have you as partners, excited to continue to work with you going forward. I believe that is a wrap, and that is not an RAP, although I could, but not right now at this moment. But I do want to shout out our Hope Studio crew. So Devin Cardenas, Hunter McKendall, Ana Felipe, Alexis Andrade, Braulio Garcia, all like first-time crew today, official. And then, of course, Amber, our marketing director, and Antonio Tony, our marketing assistant. So until next time, thank you, everybody, and stay strong and stay golden.